Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Wine on Saturday, wine on Sunday. But Coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you on Monday evenings to do the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show. And I want to invite everyone in our audience to get involved. Take your smartphone, record yourself asking Coach Mike a relevant real estate question, submit it to our Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show hotline number at the number you see on the screen. And our super producer, Jay Joseph, may very well choose your question to be answered on tonight's show. As always, man, really super duper excited. And without any further ado, I want to take some time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, but he is also the co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him so much for sitting in with me this week on Monday Night Live. And I'd like to introduce to the audience, the CEO, Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis. How you doing, Coach?
What is going on, Prime Real Estate Rick? Happy to be here on this beautiful Monday evening for us to go live.
Hey, man, every Monday night, man, for the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show, man, the juices are always flowing. We turn the volume all the way up to 10, man. I'm really excited to do this show with you, Coach Mike. So first things first, man, how was your weekend, brother, man? How has everything been going in your world and in the world of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm?
No, man, absolutely glad that you asked that, Rick. So we've been growing as always, growing and going. We had a very, very productive week last week, had some great presenters come in and speak with our agents. We had some great episodes as far as BND TV, our digital programming. So, had a lot of webinars going on last week where we did the webinar with the Houston Black Real Estate Association on two sides of water, got a couple hours of CE credit. Then we had our webinar with HAR, where we talked about housing attainability, brought in representatives from Bank of America as well as Community Covenant Capital, which are two of our partners going to be partnering with us with the Real Estate Summit coming the end of October. So, I mean, just some phenomenal things going, obviously at the Prime Real Estate Network going on last Thursday as well. So it was just one of those weeks that we just really kept pushing. We introduced our newest part of our leadership team. Ms. Jackie Curry is coming on. She's as a senior team agent responsible for the growth of our West Houston office. So we're super excited about having her on board with the leadership team. So just some amazing things happening at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm through our programming as well as through how we're growing.
Man, Coach Mike, I thank you so much for the corporate update, because the real estate market, especially here in Houston and statewide, is just always evolving and ever changing, man. So people like yourself, the other members of the leadership team that are out there facilitating classes, educating, helping people get those CE credits, man, that's how you know what's coming up as far as legislation, how it's going to affect your business, and what you should be looking forward to in the future, so that you can always make sure your business can adjust to whatever the market puts out there, man. So appreciate you so much, Coach Mike, for everything that you're doing from that standpoint.
Absolutely, Rick. I sure appreciate those shout outs, brother.
Man, the great thing about our show is that it's so interactive with those that watch us and those that are in the audience. So everyone out there, get in the comment section. If you're checking us out live on YouTube, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. If you're checking us out live on Facebook, do the same, man, because Coach Mike and myself, as we go through today's show, we want to hear what's on your mind. We want to know what you're seeing out there. out there in the field, out there in the market. So please submit those comments, and we would like to get to some of those on tonight's show as well. But, Coach Mike, we already have some really in-depth questions set up. I'm really curious to hear how you answer these questions, because your insights, your knowledge, and your experience is something that members of our audience take advantage of every time they have a chance to tune in to Monday Night Live. So, Coach Mike, man, if you're ready to go, man, we got that first question teed up for you, bro.
Let's go, man. I stay ready, brother. Let's do this.
Let's see question number one. Coach Mike, what are some effective strategies for managing multiple listings and clients simultaneous?
Well, that's an excellent question. Matter of fact, Rick, that's a great problem to have. When talking about scale, handling multiple listings, handling multiple clients, and definitely want to put yourself in a position to where your service, you don't sacrifice your service, right? So, the recommendation that I would definitely give, Rick, is first you want to make sure that you're organized, right? One of the first strategies that I would offer is that you want to make sure that you're organized in how you spend your day, right? Time blocking. Time blocking is key. I know we hear that term thrown out a lot, but it's very important, because when you begin to scale up, then you're going to need to make sure that every minute of your day is allocated for, to ensure that the things that matter get done. Keep your mind on the major things. So that's very important. It's important that you get systems in place, right? That you document anything that's done that you do more than 3 times. You need to have a written process. You need to have a written document somewhere. And now that, we have tools in place like Google and the cloud and Google Drive and things like that, you can literally create yourself a digital process. You can utilize Zoom and do a screen recording of you actually filling things out, like adding items into the MLS, or sending, preparing documents to go out for electronic signature. You can record those things and store them in your operations manual. And what's important about that, Rick, is kind of goes to my next point. Once you get to the point to where it's too much for you to handle individually, and you need to start bringing in support staff, well, you've already created your processes and your videos to really onboard them and bring them up to speed quick. Some people, Rick, they start off with maybe a virtual assistant, somebody that's not necessarily in the city with you, in the office with you, but they're going to be working remote. A lot of people are seeing that as an affordable option. Well, if you're going to do that, then you need to have the resources and everything already set up in place. So at some point, as you grow, you're going to have to access and take advantage of people leverage. And when that happens, you want to be in a position where you can get them up to speed as quick as possible, so you don't really have a lot of dead time. So, I absolutely would have people, when it comes to thinking about scaling up with multiple listings and multiple clients, first, make sure you time block so you have the best use of your time all the time. Make sure that however you're working with a buyer, however you're working with a listing and getting things, whatever your process is, that you're documenting that process, and you're creating videos. So once you bring in this third piece, which is going to be important, your support staff, your administration support, when you bring them in, you can bring them up to speed. Once you have your administration support in place, then you're going to need to start adding people like a buyer's agent that's going to help you facilitate with these buyer clients, frees up more of your time to where you can offer more time to your listings and give them a greater experience. So, Rick, this isn't something that I came up with. Whether you're reading books that are written by Keller Williams, a millionaire real estate agent, or you're a part of, a coaching with Brian Buffini or Vera Workman, they all say the same thing as far as building a team and scaling up. And that's typically the formula that they follow. You as the rainmaker, you get as organized as possible. Then you bring in your support staff, your administration staff, have your processes and your systems, bring them up to speed. And then you bring on your buyer's agents, you focus on the listings, and then you go from there.
Absolutely, man. And it's amazing that this education and this material is out there and it's so prevalent, but yet those that are in the real estate market, real estate field, or chosen real estate as a career still have those challenges of wrapping their arms around the entire process and getting it documented and being able to scale and take advantage of that education, Coach Mike. So I appreciate the fact that you reiterate this and you share this on such a regular basis, either through venues like here, when you do other interviews on other shows, through BND TV. This is something that, from just a curriculum standpoint, those agents that work with us over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm can take advantage of every day. It's amazing.
Yeah, they absolutely do. They take advantage of this advice and this information. And one thing that I can say about my Brooks and Davis agents, that we eliminate any room for excuse. They definitely can't say that they didn't know, Rick. So we really are able to really drill down to see where the gaps are and hold them accountable. Hold them accountable to the things that they said that they wanted, the dreams that they said that they want to have. We'll lay out the blueprint for them, but it's up to them to follow suit.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate that advice. I ask everyone in the audience, take advantage of that advice, add it to your tool belt, man, because Coach Mike is sharing some of these best practices that he's learned about, that he's used, implemented, and used in his experience over the past 20 years in real estate. So thank you so much, Coach Mike, for sharing. And I want to see if the second question is as hardy as the first question. So let's check and see what we got for question number 2.
Let's do it, man.
Coach Mike, how can I avoid stress and avoid burnout?
Wow, you know what? That's another amazing question, Rick. I mean, I feel like that question is so important, especially in our real estate spaces, that I've actually created a 3-hour CE class around the secrets of managing stress in real estate. Yeah, I feel like, we don't do a good job as professionals recognizing how to manage stress. It says avoid stress, but stress is just not one of those things that you're going to avoid, Rick. I think we're built to handle a level of stress. Our problem is not necessarily avoiding stress. It is not understanding when it's too much, when there's too much stress on us. So that's where it comes to managing stress. We don't want to avoid stress. We want to manage stress. The only way you can avoid stress is never putting yourself in a situation where you're dealing with challenges and obstacles. And if that's what you do, and you never put yourself in a position to deal with stress, then you're never going to put yourself in a position to advance. It's kind of like somebody saying, I want to lift weights. I want to get stronger. I want to get bigger, but I don't want to deal with any resistance. Well, there's no way for you to get stronger if you don't deal with resistance. So that's the same thing with success. There's no way for you to hit certain levels and hit certain areas of success and growth if there is no resistance. And that's all that stress is. It's resistance. So it's about becoming better at managing the resistance that you have coming your way. And just like, again, I'll use that illustration of working out. The more you do it, the more you work that muscle, the more resistance you can handle, right? So as you begin to get stronger, get more flexible mentally, emotionally, then you'll be able to handle more stress when you begin thinking about a healthy lifestyle and how you're eating and how you're being active and what you put into your body. What you're doing is you begin to strengthen your capacity to be able to handle more, because the reality is that real estate is a career that is filled with opportunities for stress. It's filled with opportunities for resistance. For us to make any kind of money in this business, Rick, there are multiple layers that we must go through as it relates to our clients and helping our clients get to their end result with their real estate need. There are multiple layers of obstacles and stress that we have to maneuver through. And then when you scale that up, then there's, again, multiple opportunity to where you can experience burnout if you haven't dealt with it properly. So there's a number of strategies of how to manage these things. And like I said, it was so important to me, Rick, that I needed 3 hours to be able to really teach and articulate to people. So ultimately they can manage stress better, they can avoid burnout, and they can be more productive for their clients, ultimately bringing them a greater level of success.
Coach Mike, man, I want to thank you so much for sharing. And for those of us that are members and partners over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, how can those people take advantage of that class, that seed credit? Is that something that they can see on BND TV? Is that something that they can access via archival information? So could you just talk about how prevalent that particular class is and how they can access that information?
Yeah, so actually, we do a lot of that teaching, Rick, in our group coaching sessions, or and we've had some of our trainings where we talk about it. As it relates to the actual 3-hour CE course, that's something that they'll have to attend through the Houston Association of Realtors, as well as in partnership with the Houston Black Real Estate Association, is where I host those classes. Sometimes brokers, they bring me in to teach that class when it comes to their community of agents, as well as different organizations. They'll bring me in and speak to that. So the reality, Rick, is for Brooks and Davis agents, they already get access to the techniques and the tools that I'm going to be teaching in the CE class. But if they want to get that CE credit, then that's the way that they have to go.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for sharing, man. I urge everyone, take advantage, get involved in the HBREA, get involved, take advantage of these classes that HAR provides. These classes, these CE credits, you can sign up for them online. It's all part of your membership, so take advantage, man. Let's see what we have for Coach Mike as far as the third question this evening on Monday Night Live. So let's check out question number 3. Coach Mike, what are some innovative ways to use AI in real estate?
Oh, there are some phenomenal ways to use AI in real estate, my man. Phenomenal ways to use AI in real estate. This is what people need to understand, Rick. AI is just a tool. That's all it is. So AI is not designed to replace your creativity. Like, AI is not going to think for you. It's not going to create for you. It's not going to design for you, right? If you're going to be a successful business person, then there's a mentality and a mindset that you must approach with, right? So really, when it comes to AI, it's just about how to best use it. I mean, we'll tell you some things that we're using AI in, Rick. We're really helping AI help us flesh out our scripts. So like if like for our shows, we use AI, to help us polish it. So AI is really about polishing it, right? If there's an idea that we have, like I had an idea around sending out an email invitation of some our elite coaching training that I sent out to some of our senior agents. Well, I had the general prompt that I wanted, but I typed it into AI and I allowed AI to polish it up for me, so I could be clear on what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. And they did a phenomenal job. And then after they presented the email, then I went back and I just added a little bit here, a little bit there, and we were able to send it off. So, what probably would have took me a lot longer to draft, it didn't take me that long because I had the general idea and the concept, gave it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT returned to me a really nice formalized email that I could just tweak a little bit, and then boom, it was ready to go. And it probably cut the time in, if not half, at least a third of the time that it probably would have took me to just go from a blank slate. So that's a great way to use AI. Another thing that we're using AI for is that, Rick, we wanted to create some videos that really spoke to the different neighborhoods in Houston. So now we're creating this library of the Houston area, the Houston neighborhoods, for people to be able to take advantage of on YouTube. Well, we use some AI software to help us with the video production. We've used some AI software again to help us with the script and how we're going to lay the format out. So those are just a couple of the ways that we've used it. Now, we've seen people use AI when it comes to the property descriptions for their listings. And again, it's there to just really help polish it up, make it more enticing, make it more entertaining, so you can better deliver the message.
Man, great advice, because the AI revolution in real estate is something that's not going to stop anytime soon. I would urge everyone in our audience to educate themselves, learn how to implement AI in their marketing messages as far as real estate concerned, because This is taking the industry by storm. And if you're not using AI in your marketing, over time, you'll be left behind and you'll be paying catch up. So I urge everyone to take advantage of information. If you would like to get some more research, go to BND TV, reach out to Coach Mike on social media, ask these questions, submit them to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show hotline for next week, and we can get these questions answered for you. And anyone in the comment section that's watching us live, let us know what's